Okay, so today is July 2nd. Crazy. And we are so excited to chat with you guys tonight about getting started right. So, most of you guys on here are new coaches, or maybe coaches who have been coaches for a while but have decided to start doing something with the business, or maybe you're just here for a refresher. We do this every month, and I think I learn something new each time. And we try our best to look at last month's call and see what went really well, see what we need to take out or add. So hopefully, even if you've been on a call, on a Get Started Right call before, it'll be a little bit different. So I'm going to share my screen because we actually do have a PowerPoint for this call, which is really exciting.
Ooh, you even made it fancy from the last time that we talked.
I know. Watch out. Okay. All right. Can everybody see it? All right, Logan, if you want to kick us off, we'll go.
Okay. Welcome to the July On Fire Empire New Coach Getting Started Right call. You want to flick us to the next? Okay. I'm trying to push the button and I'm like, it's not going. So you signed up to be a coach and now you're probably wondering okay, I have this new title. What does this even mean to be a coach? So yes, our business is sales. We work in a direct sales business. We sell fitness programs and products that are super important and help other people, feeling like their best selves. Most of you are probably on here because you've already fallen in love with the products and the programs that we have to offer. But what we do is actually so much more. A lot of companies, the work kind of ends once that sale transaction happens. And honestly, you guys, that is where our job as coaches actually begins, because this is the point where we get to take our client's hand and mentor them. We mentor people to crush their goals. We help bring people in to coach themselves and teach them financial freedom. We are cheerleaders, accountability buddies, and sounding boards to our clients when they need us to help keep them on track. We help our clients find a product and a program that's going to align with their specific goals, and then we coach them through the process while they achieve their goals. And we help empower them and teach them that they are the ones in control of their goals. Now, with all of this, I don't want you to feel intimidated because you all of a sudden have this title of coach, which means that you need to have all the answers, because that is not the case at all. I've been a coach it will be 3 years in September, and I still don't know all the answers. They still put out incredible new products and programs that I'm not familiar with, and I need to take my time to, educate myself on what the tools that we have to help change people's lives. But don't feel like you have to have all the answers in order to get started. The beauty of this business is that you get to just learn as you go. So as a new coach, that can be one of the most paralyzing things, is feeling like you have to know all the information before you get started or before you can help people. And that's not the case at all. Now, before you get started, and on your fitness journey, you may have heard us talk about this in our challenge groups and stuff, but one of the most important things that we have to do is figure out what your why is. Everyone has a why. You just might not know that that's what it's called, but it is the reason that you started following your coach. It's why you decided to jump in with us, and it is what is going to keep you showing up every day. Your why is going to be the thing that gets your feet to hit the floor maybe an hour earlier than you would normally wake up in the morning, because you have something, deep down inside of you, this fire that's burning, that is getting you to push outside of your comfort zone and do something bigger than just, we always tell people, our challengers, your why is bigger than just a number on the scale. You know, what is the grit and emotion attached to that number, like how you're going to feel. So when your why is big enough, like why you want this business, why you want to be a coach, then the how and the what and everything else becomes so much more clear and so much more easy because you know what it is that you're working for. So one thing that I want you guys all to really start to reflect on tonight after we get off the call is, why are you doing this? And your why as a brand new coach is probably going to be different than, you know, what your why will be a year from now or 2 years from now. I know that both mine, Haley and I, talk about how our whys are constantly evolving as we just move through different phases in our life and in our coaching journey. So really kind of identify what that why is. You know, when I first started, it was because this lifestyle and this community was making me a better mom. I was more attentive with my kids. I had the energy to get up and play with them instead of just watching them from the couch. I didn't have as much anxiety about taking them out to like do activities with other people. And as I've been coaching, and then I needed to pay that forward to other moms. And then as I've been coaching and, you know, my business has grown and evolved, my why has grown and evolved along with it. But just kind of imagine what your absolutely perfect day would look like. And we talked about this on another call, which I really encourage you guys to all go and listen to. It's called Using Your Vision to Persevere. And you can find the recording in the units within our team page, Using Your Vision to Persevere. And we talk about envisioning your absolutely perfect day. If you had no restraints of time or money, what would your day look like? What would you be doing? Who would you be spending it with? And, you know, I've shared mine before, and mine is a pretty simple, you know, crystal clear vision, and it's attached to my why. And it's just my family, and we are living in a house like in the country that's a little closer to the farm where my husband's a potato farmer. And it's the summertime, and it's kind of like that. It's probably around like 7 o'clock-ish, that like a little bit later evening, but it's still light out. And we have some friends and family over, and we're barbecuing. Levi's on the barbecue. The kids are swimming in a pool, and it's just relaxed. And there isn't this like pressing weight of, you know, we need to get everybody to bed because we have to get up so early in the morning for work. And it's a summer evening, and Levi is there, which does not happen, you know, in the summer for a farm family. Especially, you might have heard Amanda and I talking before the call started about harvest. Like once harvest starts, like we don't see our husbands for, you know, weeks, months on end. And so a big piece of my why is, and my vision is, you know, creating this financial freedom for our family to be able to have this family togetherness like during the summer. So I really want you guys to take time to reflect on this. As a brand new coach, I totally shrugged it off and thought that this kind of vision and why stuff was a little too foo-foo, as with personal development. But you guys, I promise it will make all the difference. So the 4 vital behaviors, these are the 4 things that you are going to kind of live and breathe by as a brand new coach and as a coach who's been in this business for 3 years. So number 1, you're going to be a product of the product, which means that you are going to choose one of the incredible fitness programs in our library, and you are going to follow it through from start to finish. You're going to follow the meal plan. You're going to drink your shake And, if you have the performance line or other, amazing nutritional products that we have, like the beach bars or anything like that, like you're going to use those so that you can be an advocate for what it is that we have to offer other people. If you are not following a program or not drinking your shake or not using any of the products that we have, like in our library, then you are just a salesperson. And it's really hard to sell products when you don't have like an emotional like connection with it. You're not invested in it. So it's so important, number one, for your journey to be the most important thing. And then you just get to share your health and fitness journey and how the products and programs that we have with Beachbody just enhance your life and make you a happier and healthier person. Vital behavior number 2 is inviting. This is one of the scariest things, and it is something that, you do, the fear goes away the more that you do it. As with anything, the first few times that you share your transformation photos, like you want to vomit. I remember wanting to puke, and I had to like turn off my phone and put it away so that I wouldn't go back and delete the post after I shared my very first transformation photo, because I was so mortified that I just like put myself out there on social media like that. And thank goodness I didn't, because I couldn't imagine like what my life would look like now if I had deleted that post way back then. But sharing with other people that we have an opportunity for them, that we have not only an opportunity for our challenge groups for them to get fit and healthy, but that we also have an opportunity for the business. Inviting people to the business was something that took me a long time to do, and I was more scared to do that than inviting to challenge groups. But inviting people to join me in the business is the thing that has like single-handedly like changed everything for my family, my whole entire family. So we have a plethora of scripts and different examples of things to help you on, learning how to invite people. I promise you that it's just a process that you are going to, learn through and fail forward through. And there's going to be some conversations that you can't figure out like how to word things the right way, or someone's going to ask you a question that kind of like throws you off. And those are the kind of things that we want you to bring to us so that we can help you like work through conversations. But we have so many scripts and different ways for you to kind of see how to navigate conversations. First and foremost, though, when it comes to inviting and talking with people, you have to dig into what their goals are. I was super guilty whenever, I had someone who was excited and interested in what I was doing. I would word vomit all over them, tell them like all the ins and outs of all the different possible programs that they could do, tell them all the nitty gritty ingredients of Shakeology. And those are the people that are like overwhelmed with information, and then you start to get crickets. So learn from my mistake and just know that, short and sweet answers typically are better, but absolutely circling around to whoever you're talking to and getting to know them and their personal goals and struggles. Number 3, personal development. And like I said earlier, this was one of the areas of coaching that I kind of shrugged off in the beginning, because I was already a pretty happy, positive person. I didn't really see the need for like self-help books. And it wasn't until I actually started practicing personal development daily that I realized how much I needed it in my life and how much of a better person it made me. So think of it this way, what are like fitness programs and nutrition like do for our bodies, personal development does for your mindset. And you have to have a strong mindset if you're going to make it in this business. this is a business where it's not uncommon, it's frequent that you get told no. And by doing personal development, you can strengthen your mindset to not take the no's personally, turn it into a not right now, because of course we're going to follow up with these people in the future. But making sure that you are started on a personal development book, whether you are physically reading a book or listening to an audiobook or a podcast, it is absolutely vital. My top 3 recommendations for new coaches. This was the first book I ever read. It's called The Go-Giver. I absolutely love it. I make sure that I go back and read it at least once a year. Second one that I recommend, I've got all kinds of books up here, is The 5-Second Rule. This is a really great book about learning how to take action. And as a brand new coach, that is one of the most important things that you can do. The third book is The Compound Effect or The Slight Edge. They're very similar books, different authors. But make sure that you get your hands on one of those 3 books and start it right away. The 4th vital behavior is recognition. And you're going to see recognition from us as your uplines, and you're going to see a lot of recognition in the team page when people are, doing amazing things with their business and everything. So if you, achieve a rank advancement, or, you hit another really important, exciting goal in your business, or if you're really putting yourself out there and sharing a really important post or anything like that, we're going to recognize you. As a brand new coach, sometimes you can feel I don't really have anybody to recognize. I don't have a team yet, so I guess I just don't do that one. And no, what we want you to do is people in your friends list and in your news feed, comment and love on their posts. If someone has a really cute post of their kids, or, another post that you can relate with, make sure you're commenting on it and engaging with them, because recognizing them that way is a really important way to just help build your business. It makes them feel good. It makes you feel good. And then in the future, when you start getting some challengers and stuff, then you can, start recognizing your challengers for the amazing things that they're doing in their group. If someone works out 5 days a week, or drinks their shake for all 7 days, or has, a awesome weight loss or non-scale victory to share, then make sure that you're recognizing them in your challenge groups as well. So we have a new coach checklist that we will have everybody get started with. Make sure that you contact your upline for the specific checklist that you will fill out, because they're all designed to go back to the coach that invited you to the group, because some of them have more personal, getting to know you questions at the end. Make sure when you log into your coach online office that you are checking the coach breaking news daily. They put little updates in there every day with new things that are releasing. If there's going to be an update that they're doing on the website or anything, that's where you're going to find all that information. The National Wake Up Call is every Monday. It's at 8 a.m. Pacific, 10 Central, 11 Eastern. And these calls can be found in the TBB 411 Facebook page. And this is basically free training from top coaches in the network every single week. I make it a habit to tune in every week to listen to the National Wake Up Call, because there are always nuggets and new things that I learn from these incredible coaches. You can also, in the podcast app, you can search for Team Beachbody, and they have archived all of the wake up calls that they've done in the past. So, if you have time and you're wanting to do a little bit of training, or maybe you are someone who has like a long commute in the car or something, turning on and listening to those calls while you're driving could be a really good use of time. The only thing that I'm going to add as far as the National Wake Up Calls is when you are going back and listening to old archived calls, be careful with calls that are referencing social media, because social media changes so frequently that, what worked and was the way to build your business on social media a year or two ago is not what works today. So just keep that specifically in mind when you're going back and listening to old calls. Our On Fire Empire team calls are the first and third Tuesday of each month. We do them via Zoom, just like this call. We're going to have a call tomorrow where we're going to have some of our amazing teammates share some of their big takeaways from our trip to Summit in Indianapolis last week. And then let's see, new coach checklist, staying active. So as a coach, you need to have a certain amount of volume that you are ordering through your account. You need to have at least 50 volume points as a coach or as an Emerald coach every 5 weeks. Personal volume comes from things that you order. Like anything that you order has volume attached to it. So even just staying on your Shakeology that you're drinking every day is 90 PV. So that is enough to keep you what we consider active. Okay. Do you have to be an active coach in order to get your paychecks, or is that just your like business service fees have to be current? Yeah. Also, customer orders that are placed through you help contribute to that PV. So if you're not able to order something one month, you can run a customer order like through your account, and that is enough to keep you active as well.
The main thing with staying active is as a coach, you are acquiring what's called team volume, which we'll talk a little bit more about this later on in the call. Whether you are, have achieved your first business rank or not, you can still gather volume. But if you go inactive, it all goes to 0. So you start back at 1 instead of being able to build it up. And then once you hit the business ranks where you'll be able to earn through what's called a team cycle bonus. So that's the main thing with staying active.
Correct.
Is you don't want to get rid of that volume.
Right. You want to kind of think of it as a bank account. Even if you are not an Emerald coach yet, you, depending on where you're placed underneath your coach, you are collecting volume from all of the other coaches that are working around you. And this volume collects up like in this bank account. And then once you go Emerald and you start collecting volume on your other side, you basically get to cash that volume in for money. So, but if you go inactive, then that volume that has been sitting there collecting gets flushed. So you don't want to lose that volume. So make sure that you guys are keeping your active status. Okay. So there are several ways to find answers to your questions as a new coach. I've had at least 2 or 3 of my new coaches tell me just today, like, oh my gosh, I have so many questions. I feel like I'm texting you all day long. And I told them, I'm like, that's okay. Like, it is okay to reach out to your coach and to your upline. I'm going to tell you a few other ways to find answers, just to give you, an avenue to find the answers quicker if your coach is not able to get back to you right away. Okay. So Team Beachbody has an amazing FAQ in the online office. You can search pretty much anything and you're going to find an answer in the FAQ. Like, is Shakeology gluten-free? Search it in the FAQ. You're going to find all the answers. Okay. In our team page, in the On Fire Empire team page, you can go to the little like magnifying glass, the search feature, and type in anything and it will pull up all of the conversations that we've had in the team page about that specific subject. So like today, there was a question asked about PCOS. If you go type in PCOS in the search page, it's going to pull up all the threads where we discuss, how Shakeology and working out can help with PCOS, or, Shakeology and breastfeeding, or questions about different programs. The search feature in our team page is a really, really good source of information. And also YouTube, Google, like there are answers to everything. Okay. I'm one of the coaches in the team who has been here the longest, but I am still constantly like learning and growing. And everyone knows that I'm like the YouTube junkie. If there's something that I'm trying to figure out how to perfect, like how are people like doing these cool things in their Instagram stories or something like that, I go straight to YouTube, and there are top coaches who make training videos and pump out like just treasure troves of content that just is there for free that you can listen to. Don't spend all the live long day though listening to YouTube video over YouTube video, like over and over and over. I myself have to make a limit of like a video a day. Otherwise I could sit there like collecting all the information. But I need to make sure that I am collecting the information that I need and then going and implementing it and taking action. Okay. You're going to hear this over and over again as a new coach. The most important thing you can do is to start taking action. And then, of course, if you have a question that is not like addressed in any of these avenues, you can always go to the On Fire Empire team page, ask your question there, and then tag your upline in the post so that we can start a new conversation in there. Navigating the online office. So make sure that you watch the overview video that walks you through how to find everything within your online office. In our OFE Training Academy, if you are not already in that page, make sure that you request to join it, because there is a lot of great training in there, including this video. As a coach now, you do not contact customer relations. You get to have a more direct line that's called coach relations. So you can either call, you can email, or you can do the live online chat. Make sure that you get your websites set up. You can they'll go through how to do that in the online office tutorial. You want to enter a before photo within your office when you're getting it all set up, and then you want to set up your direct deposit. So we also have videos and like step-by-step instructions on how to set up your direct deposit as well, because once you start making money, we get paid every Thursday. So say you sell a challenge pack on Monday, then on Thursday, it will show up in your online office, the amount that you will be earning. And then the following Thursday, it will be deposited into your bank account. If they don't have you set up on direct deposit, then they have to mail you a physical check, and they deduct $2 or $3 for just the sending you a check. And who wants to wait for checks in the mail anymore? So it's easier to just set up your direct deposit. The amazing way that we get to set up our customers is through a new feature that Beachbody created that is called Share a Cart. You will find the tutorial video on how to use Share a Cart for setting up your customers and your coaches in our training academy and in the new coach checklist. So make sure you watch that video. But it's really simple to use. Basically, you only need, the challenge pack, or, whatever it is that they're wanting to order. We're going to use the Lift 4 challenge pack, for example. You just need to know that they want the Lift 4 challenge pack. You need to know what flavor of Shakeology and or Recover that they want to use, their name and their email. And you are able to plug everything into an online cart for them. And it like kind of packages up their cart. It shoots them an email. So we don't have to collect any like payment information or anything like that. It collects all of the cart. It sends your client an email, and then they can follow the link in the email to complete their purchase. When you're checking out and you tell it, you like hit the button to send their email, it will also pop up with a second button that says get shareable link. I always click on that button because what that button gives you is a direct link to their cart as well. And then however I'm communicating with them, if it's in Messenger or, text or email, I send that direct link to them just in case the email doesn't go through. Sometimes the emails will glitch or they'll go to their spam folder. So this is just another way to more directly get them to their order.
And also, what it kind of threw me off the first couple times is you will get the email that they send the customer to.
Yes.
So like if I was setting up Logan, her email would be like, welcome Logan to Team Beachbody or whatever. I would get the same email that says, welcome Logan. And I remember the first time I was like, oh my gosh, did I send it to myself? Like I was so confused. So don't be confused. I think they just do that so that you see that the email has been sent.
Yes.
So that way when you go to the customer, surely they've had it. So don't let that trip you up, because it totally tripped me up the first time.
Yes, that's so true. That's a really good point. And when just recently I've, been working on building my husband's account. And so I was sending out a few enrollments through his account, and he called me one afternoon and he was like, what all are you ordering like through my, I was like, oh no, these are your customers that I'm setting up for you. Everything's fine.
Okay. Danielle asked if there was an app for Share a Cart. I don't have mine set up as an app. Do you, Logan?
I don't. I just have the Chrome browser on my phone and do it that way.
That's another thing is that we just had to update within the last couple months, pretty much, since Share a Cart has been out. For some reason, all like the online office, the Share a Cart, everything works so much better if you're using Chrome. So I had to get the Chrome app for my phone, I guess is what it's called. And I go to my online office through there. I go to Share a Cart through there. But I have like little quick links within there, if that makes sense. Danielle, I don't know if that answered your question. Okay. So I'm going to check. I don't know what these 3 pink marks are on here. I don't know. Do y'all see that? Or is that just on mine? I think it must be within Zoom, but that's okay. So I'm going to talk about how we earn as coaches. We touched on this a little bit in the sneak peek if you were in there this week or have been in there before. But just as a refresher, the first way you are going to see an income from this business is from the commission on the sales that you make. We get 25% commission on everything that we set up with somebody. So whether it is a challenge pack, which is, obviously like the full package where you're getting the fitness program, the nutrition program, the community, you're getting your Shakeology all bundled in one, or maybe somebody is just wanting to try the beach bars, or maybe somebody just needs like a workout mat, whatever it is, you earn 25% commission. So that's the first way you are going to start seeing an income with this business. The second way is called Team Cycle Bonus, which we kind of talked about earlier. But once you make your first rank in this business, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, you qualify for a Team Cycle Bonus. So pretty much Beachbody is giving you a bonus for growing your team, for having more people join you to then get more people to join us in our challenge groups. So this is where your residual income is going to come from. In the beginning, it starts really small, you guys. As an Emerald coach, which that's your first rank, you get $14 a cycle. Ruby, you get $16 a cycle. Diamond and above, you get $18 a cycle. And like I said, it starts small. You'll cycle once, maybe twice a month, but as you continue to grow your team and your team members continue to grow their team, it grows. You know, in the beginning, I would say my income was like 90% commission and like 10% team cycle bonus. And over the 3 years, it has, you know, changed from being all commission based to now my income is about 75% team cycle bonus, which is really, really cool. Like I can count on, my kids are crying. I can count on a certain amount coming in each week because of the volume and the productivity of our team. So just know that if you keep growing, this is going to be where that residual income comes from. Hold on just a second. Okay. And then I'm going to touch on just 2 more ways that you can earn, even though there's more than this. Every time you sign up 5 new coaches in a 5-week period, they give us a bonus, a $100 bonus for growing our team pretty quickly. So every time that happens, you get the $100 bonus. You also can start qualifying for star diamond bonuses once you get to 2-star, 5-star, 10-star, and 15-star. Good night, girls. I love you. Yes. Good night. Okay. So, and those bonuses happen quarterly. And it is, I don't really want to go into much depth on it, but just know that like the 2-star diamond bonus is typically about $900. So like Logan has said, you know, her first 2-star diamond bonus, like all her kids' birthdays are right there with Christmas, and it covered for the kids' birthdays and Christmas. Like it's a really, really great little extra bonus for continuing to grow your team. So those are the ways we're going to earn. I want to talk about Success Club because this is the thing I want you guys to start focusing on outside of your own health and fitness journey, because that's where we want you to focus on, because if you are not succeeding in your own health and fitness journey, it's a lot harder to share. But Success Club is the foundation to your business. What this is for each new coach or customer you get set up with a challenge pack or Shakeology on HD or beach bars or performance stack, it has to be 90 PV on HD is essentially what it is. You get 2 points. The goal is to get Success Club 5. And if you want to run and grow this business pretty quickly, then let's go for Success Club 10. Now, some of you may be like, I don't understand. Like, why are there these points? Like, I don't understand. So they didn't pull this just like out of nowhere. What this is a couple years ago, Beachbody was like, okay, why are some coaches really successful and they're continuing to grow their teams? Their business is improving each year. And then why are some coaches just not? Like, what's the difference? So they looked at every aspect of the businesses, and what it boiled down to, coaches who were steadily building their business and continuing to see their business grow, their income grow, their teams grow, were these people who were getting at least 3 new people each month, whether it was customers or coaches. And so they decided, let's make this a more tangible goal for people. So that's where they got the 2 points from. They used to be able to get 1 Success Club point, which is where the Success Club 5 came from. Now, essentially, you should be getting Success Club 6 with 3 new people, coaches or customers. So they do Success Club prizes, which they've actually changed starting new this month. The first month you hit Success Club, Man, I should have looked these up before the call because now I can't even remember. Do you remember what they were, Logan?
I think the first month is the hat.
Yes.
And then once you hit Success Club 3 months in a row, you get a shirt or like a tank top or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cute. I want one.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you've hit it 6 months consecutively, you get this like really awesome duffel bag.
Duffel bag. And so, and I'm assuming they might change them up each year. Like that's what it is from July to December. There's essentially 6 months that we can hit it this year. So we'll get those prizes. We are in the works of starting a Team Success Club prize as well. But also you will have the opportunity to unlock what's called our Success Starter Program. If you hit Success Club in your first 3 months as a coach, so if you signed up in June and you hit Success Club in June, July, or August, or maybe you just signed up with us last week and you're like, oh, shoot, I missed it. Don't worry. It's okay. If you signed up in June, it can be June, July, or August, or July, August, and September. 3 months in a row, you are going to earn your ticket to Summit next year for free. And what Summit is, it's our annual coaching conference where we all come together. We get to go to some amazing trainings, have a lot of fun parties. And it's one of those things to get surrounded by so many other people, really light a fire under you to build your business. But you can get your ticket for free. Also, earning Success Club, you can earn trips for you and your family. There were about 7 of us, I think, that went to Mexico in April, took our husbands. A lot of people took their kids. And it's just a fun little way that Beachbody says, hey, you're doing a really great job helping other people. Like I said, it's the foundation to a successful coaching business. It ensures you're helping new people each month, which in essence is building your business. And once you are an Emerald coach and you're qualifying for Success Club, Beachbody gives you free customers. So you know those people, I don't know, maybe you were one of them because I was, who sat up late at night and watched infomercials or whatever and ordered stuff off the TV, or maybe went to the website and ordered things. These people still get coaches. And the coaches that they give the customers to have to be an Emerald coach. They have to be hitting Success Club. They also have to have like their before picture and their profile set up, which is why we said earlier that's something we want you to go ahead and do. And one thing I did want to note, and we can, make sure you're good on this, but to officially qualify for Success Club, you have to have 90 PV on HD in that current month. So even if you happen to help 3 new people this month, if you don't have your Shakeology or your 3 boxes of Beach Bars or your Performance Stack on HD, if you paused it or something, according to Beachbody, you haven't qualified for Success Club. So just make sure you are current on that. Everybody should be drinking their Shakeology. If you need to pause it for any reason, make sure you reach out so we can make sure that you continue to qualify for this. I want to touch a little bit on social media. And Logan talked about it a little bit earlier, but social media is changing so fast, you guys. In fact, I'm sure what we're talking about today, we won't even be relevant in a couple months. So we try our best to stay on top of what's working, what's not working, and share it with you guys. Same thing goes for you guys. If you guys start learning something or hearing something, share it with the team. So whenever Logan and I started, I remember it was like post 3 to 5 times a day, make sure you're showing up in people's news feeds. And so that's what we did. And we could totally post like a Shakeology selfie and like get away with it. But now what we're finding with the way Facebook is set up, the way Instagram's set up, the way the algorithms are going right now, 1 to 2 quality posts each day is what's working. They don't want the news feeds just filled with stuff. And by quality, I mean a picture that is nice to look at. You guys, we're not going to like go through a whole lesson here, but make sure your pictures aren't like fuzzy and blurry. Do a little wipe of the screen before you do your selfie. Share something valuable, share why you've decided to drink more water every day instead of just sharing that you drink 100 ounces. Share why you worked out that day, not instead of just saying you got it done. Share about like why it was really hard. Maybe you struggled through it and talk about what got you through it. Share about how you ordered the salad at Chick-fil-A instead of the chicken sandwich and how that made you feel. Like, were you empowered with it? Share deeper than the surface. Share some value that when other people read it, they are inspired to maybe make those same choices or inspired to maybe go work out or whatever it is. The platforms that we're encouraging everybody to focus on right now, you don't have to be on everything. In fact, you shouldn't, because you don't want to spread yourself too thin. My suggestion is to focus on where you feel comfortable. So if you're big on Instagram, go all in on Instagram. If you're big on Facebook, go all in on Facebook. Personally, and I think this is the same for Logan as well, I use my Instagram and I use my personal Facebook page. When I started, Facebook like pages were all the rave and what was working. And so I started a Facebook like page. And in fact, I've got like 8,000 followers or something crazy. And with the way Facebook is set up, my personal Facebook page is a lot more successful than my like page right now. And with sharing on your personal Facebook page, Beachbody in general, and especially on our team, we are not ones that, I wish I had something to show you. We're not ones that are going to like post like Lift 4 is on sale and here's Joel Freeman and you know what I mean? Like the social media like posters that you see maybe some other people posting. Share your story. Share your story. Share your story. Share your transformation. Share your story behind the transformation. Share someone else's transformation. Share their story. Share, what you're excited about that maybe they can save money on this month, but share the story behind it. Consistency is the key, you guys. You can't post on Monday and then maybe make a post on Thursday and then maybe like 3 on Saturday. Be consistent, because if they see you being consistent with your journey, with showing up in their newsfeed, with whatever, then they know that they can count on you to help them be consistent on their journey. One of the biggest things that has turned my business around in the last 6 months is using Instagram stories and being consistent with my journey on Instagram stories. I can't tell you how many people have said, sent me a message or whatever, like, your consistency inspires me. You showing up every day makes me want to show up. And these are people that are not even my customers. Being consistent is huge, you guys. Last thing I want to talk about are 5 pillars. And I want you guys to think about this along with thinking about your why tonight. I want you to think about your 5 pillars. And what I mean by this is the things that make you you. On social media, we are not here to brand Team Beachbody. They do an amazing job of that themselves. They've got people hired. They do all kinds of stuff. They don't need more people promoting Team Beachbody. People are going to join your challenge groups and your team because of you. So, I want you to think about the 5 things that make you, you. So one of them can be health and fitness. Obviously, that's part of you right now. Maybe you're a mom. Maybe faith is something big in your life that you want to share continuously on. I know Logan likes to share about Target trips. So people will literally tag her in Target memes. Someone tagged me in one the other day and I was like, wait, are you sure you didn't mean to tag Logan? Or like peanut butter. Like I share a lot about peanut butter. And just think about those things that can make make you stand out from somebody else. We're not all going to attract the same people. So I want you to think about those when you're thinking about your why tonight. And here are the business ranks. Like I said, I want you to focus on hitting Success Club, getting those new people in your challenge groups and on our team. And one of those first goals with getting those new people on is going Emerald. And that, I like to say, officially opens your doors for business. And what this is, so you'll see here in this picture, everybody starts out as a coach. Once you have that 50 PV, which most of you have signed up with a challenge pack or have Shakeology or whatever, you are an active coach. When you get those first 2 people under you, you are now an Emerald coach. You are the CEO of your business. You're now qualifying for those team cycle bonuses, for Team Beachbody to send you free customers. This is a huge deal, you guys. And it's really simple to do. We'll talk about that in a minute as well. The next rank is called Ruby. This is where you have at least 2 coaches on each leg, and you're going to have 1 Emerald on each leg. So somebody else on each leg has invited 2 people to join them. And then we've got Diamond, where now you've got 4 coaches on each leg, and you still have at least 1 person on each leg that has those 2 people to be with them as well. Now beyond that, it can go up to 15 star diamond. And each time you have a star, that means one of your personally sponsored coaches is a diamond. So your first goals as a coach, we want you to go grab 3 friends, family members, sign them up the same way you got set up. Get them in our Lift Forward Challenge group with us that we're doing as a team, or whatever program you've decided to do. We are a team, and doing things with us is a lot of fun, but it is so much more fun when you have someone with you that you really care about. You know, how much more fun is it to do something like this with your sister or your mom or your best friend? Like, you guys can hold each other that much more accountable. What is this going to do? It's going to get your product paid for. The commission from those 3 new people will pay for the price of your Shakeology this month. You're going to earn Success Club, which means you're moving your business forward. You are setting yourself up to receive those leads. And you're going to open your doors for business if you're signing them up as a coach. You're going to go Emerald, which is, like I said, really exciting. Your first business rank, you're opening your doors for business. You're saying you're going to do this thing. And it's your first step to unlocking the Success Starter program, like I said, where you can get your free summit ticket. This will be your first month to do that. Your second goal is focus on your health and fitness journey. And really, this should be number 1, because if you aren't doing that, how are you going to get 3 friends and family members to do this with you? Your third goal this month is just to gain confidence. And what we mean by this is just begin sharing. Get that confidence to do your workout and then share on your stories or in the challenge group or on your social media. Get confidence that what you are doing is empowering other people and helping them as well. So now we want you to take some action, because like we said, you can watch all the YouTube videos you want. You can be in all these trainings. You can be on this call however many times you want. But if you aren't taking action, it does not matter. So I want you to go out and start sharing now. We'll take a picture at the end of the call. You can go share that on your social media and talk about how much fun it was to hang out with us tonight and how you're excited to learn some new tools to get your business moving, whatever you want to say. Go grab your first 2 people. Whether it's your spouse, your parent, your best friend. This is for a whole nother call, but we do recommend those first 2 people be 2 people that you love. There is a Going Emerald in 24 hours call If it has not been shared to the team page, we will share it tonight and put it in the units. I recommend going to watch that. It gives you the simple steps of going Emerald, because it really is a decision. It's a decision to say, okay, I'm going to do this. Who's going to support me? Go grab those 2 people and go Emerald. And then request to be added to the On Fire Empire training page, the Training Academy page. We've updated it. There's a lot of information in there to get you going, get you started. And yes, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm pretty sure that was the last one. Look at that, right at 9:30. But does anybody have any questions? Because I don't mind hanging out for a little bit to answer some questions. If you need to hop off, you can hop off for sure.
Okay, so I added my husband on my left. So on my right, there's already people on there. When I add my mom tonight, is she going to go like right under me, or is she going to go below the people that are already there?
She's going to go below the people that are already there. So, and this is something, I don't know which call we need to put this in. Maybe this one, because I have had a lot of people ask me that. They're like, oh my gosh, I already have somebody under me. You likely will have somebody under you already, depending on where you are, within our team. If you have somebody, like you said, there's already some coaches on that leg. That's considered your team leg, which that means people above you, Logan and anybody else above you, will be adding people to that leg. The other leg, you're kind of in charge of building. Not kind of, you are in charge of building. And so you always want to add to the outside. My coach, they didn't know this. So they've got like people like all sprinkled in, but you always want to add to the outside. And so your mom will just go to that bottom outside position. And even though there's people under you, don't get alarmed that like, you're like, oh my gosh, well, she's not at the top. It's okay. She's close, and it'll be perfect.
Okay. And will it automatically do it to the other side, or how do I don't know.
I think it will this first time, but you can, if you go to your online office and click on Monitor My Business and go to Graphical Genealogy, it'll show you, and then it'll show your legs. And so you'll just click on that bottom one on that right leg. I think I'm probably backwards to you when you're looking at me, but where you want her to go, you'll click on that and it'll push like okay, and it'll turn the little person blue. And that means that's where your next person will go. But that also means that's where your next coach will go. So once she's signed up and in there, you may go back in there. And if you want your next coach to go to the other side, then you'll just have to click over there. You do have 5 days though. However, if you sign somebody up and they end up in the wrong place, you've got 5 days to change them before they're like there. Awesome.
I'm pulling my office up really quick so I can screen share and just
Perfect.
show what that looks like really quick.
Anybody else have any questions while we're sitting here?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have somebody that I've been like a discount coach for so long, right? And I signed somebody up as a coach like maybe a year and a half ago for discount. Well, she went inactive, so I lost my rank. But she wants to possibly start doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
But she had already purchased a challenge pack, like when the challenge packs were like DVDs.
Uh-huh.
And so can she order another, like, can I sign her up for another challenge pack so that she can get on demand? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Is it Angela?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would encourage her, because she doesn't have on demand yet, does she?
No, she's just been using her DVDs from
Sure.
way,
Yeah.
way long ago.
Yeah, she's old school like us.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I would have her sign up with, if she's wanting to do Lift 4 with us, that would be the best option, whether, with Shakeology or the Performance Line or both or whatever. Since
She'll still be able to get her like starter kit be waived because of her
Yes.
Charge. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'll share my screen really quick so that I can show what we were like trying to talk about as far as like how to place people like on your legs. Okay, can everybody see my screen with my little person? Okay, so I pulled up Amanda since she was the one asking the question, and she's already got her hubby signed up over here. And then you can see on this side, there are several coaches placed underneath her. And these are all coaches that have been added either by me or by other coaches that are building on my right leg. Okay. So when we say to build to the outside, that means that we want her to come all the way down. You can just click, Amanda, you can click on this bottom right, so you don't have to keep hitting like the button for infinity. You can click on that bottom right and it'll go all the way down to the bottom spot. So when we say don't fill in the inside spots, we mean like these guys that are here on the inside. Okay. You always want to try and build to the outside. There is an exception with your spouse over here. But we won't worry about that as a brand new coach. That's something that'll come a little bit down the road. So if you are wanting to select your placement for a specific coach to go, you just find the little person that you want that next person to go. So say she hasn't signed up her husband yet. One of you guys are getting ready to sign up your spouse tonight. You want to come into your genealogy and find the person that does not have, go to the leg that doesn't have anybody signed up yet. If neither one of them have a person signed up yet, you could just be like a super brand new coach in your coach's organization. So you need to talk to your upline and find out where you fall in their organization. But we always want the spouse to go on the side that is not considered the team leg. So you'd come over here, you're going to find the first available position and you're going to click on that little person. And it's going to ask if you want to set this as your preferred placement, and you're going to hit save. And that's it. And then this person's going to turn blue. So the next time you go to sign up a person, that is where your new coach is going to go. If you have your preferred placement set to like a specific leg, like your left leg, that little spot, the blue spot, is just going to keep moving down and down and down as you keep signing people up. So you do need to make a conscious effort to go in and like switch it to the other leg every so often so that you're adding people on both sides. Because even though this leg of hers does have a bunch of coaches on it, they're not her personally sponsored coaches. So in order for her to achieve different ranks, she has to have people on this side that are her personally sponsored coaches. All of these people, though, help contribute to volume. So it's a really good thing to have. Any questions before I close off of this screen?
So if I get like a third, so if like my sister, does it matter which side she goes on?
Not really. It doesn't really matter. Do you think your sister would end up working the business or adding people in the future?
I'm not sure.
If you have someone who, thinks that they might be working the business in the future, you might want to put them on the leg with your team, just because having your spouse over here is an account that you can leverage to help grow your rank in the future. Like you can put a couple coaches under your hubby to get him to Emerald, because that is one of the stepping stones to Diamond. If you paid attention to that graphic that Haley shared earlier, you need to have an Emerald coach on each side. So you will eventually want somebody else over here working the business, but really it's so hard to guess who is going to do what with the business, because sometimes you have people come in like me that say they only want the discount and they're not going to ever work the business ever because they don't want anything to do with it. And then, hi. And then you have people that come in saying they're so excited to rock it and they're going to blow it up, and then they do absolutely nothing. So, you're going to constantly like second guess where you put people, but we do have that 5-day window to kind of shift people around. But, just know eventually you're going to put someone somewhere and kick yourself for it later. And it's just a learning process. There's only so much that we can do to cover it. But since this is the leg that you're responsible for building, you will, once you get your kind of base minimum of like 4 to 5 coaches on each side as you're working towards diamond, you will kind of shift a focus over to building your left leg, so that you have more volume on this side to help cycle on the other side. It's a little, not something that we need to worry about right away, but I hope that kind of answers your question.
And I know legs can be confusing and you're like, wait, what? I don't, and like team cycle bonus is confusing. But once it starts happening and once you start adding coaches and building your team, it starts making more sense. So I promise, when you are feeling confused about this, you're not alone.
It's seriously like learning a brand new language.
It is.
So you just have to give yourself grace and know that you're going to learn through the process.
Exactly. All right, you guys. Well, let's take a picture and I'll share it in the team page. So anyone who wants to use it, you're more than welcome to use it. Let's see. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's full on loud. Awesome. I'm going to take a screenshot though too. We're totally recording this. So people that are coming back. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Are going to get to watch us take our selfies for our social media. But all right, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you feel a little more comfortable about getting your feet under you with this business or moving forward from where you are right now. We do have a team call tomorrow night, like Logan said, with some takeaways from our big annual conference that we just got back from last weekend. We had 30 people come with us this year, which was so much fun. And so we've got some girls that are going to share some things from that. The next Emerald call, good question, Christy. We have not, I don't know that we figured that out yet. Have we, Logan?
No. I have to make the calendar for July still. Yeah. So we will discuss it and get the calendar up, and we will let you guys know. It's not going to be this week, possibly next week. So, but we'll let you guys know.
Did we ever post the recording from the last Going Emerald call?
I don't think so, because Logan asked me for it the other day. I was like, I totally posted that. And then I went and looked and I was like, I didn't. So
that one was really good. So I want
it. But it is uploaded. So I'll share it, because I also mentioned it for you guys that are ready to go Emerald, like go watch this call that I'm about to post.
Okay.
But yes. So, all right, you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We'll see you guys tomorrow night and in the team page. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.